Listen, I'm not even about to hold y'all. I was supposed to be on camera for this video. I have not recorded a video for Encores in weeks since what? Probably like the first episode, probably. But I cannot let another fucking week go by without me addressing some shit because here's the thing. Those of y'all that don't follow me on Twitter, please follow me on Twitter. Twitter.com/SkySantana. Because on Twitter, that's where I live tweet. That's where I, tweet out a bunch of stories that's happening. Like in my own personal life, like story times that's happening, like in real lifetime moments, whatever. Like that's why I just post and talk a lot. So if you really want to catch up with me, if you really want to know what's going on with the teas and other things, follow me on fucking Twitter, twitter.com/SkySantana. Now, when it comes to motherfucking Encore, I called this shit weeks of fucking go. I called it weeks ago from episode fucking 2. I specifically tried to tell people the fucking twins suffer from from inferiority complex, right? They suffer from an inferiority complex, right? Also, a little bit of abandonment issues thrown in there as well, and then a little bit of codependency issues, when it comes to each other, right? Now, what do I mean by all of this? When it comes to the twins, they've had to fight their whole entire fucking life. Like, first of all, they're twins. Okay, so we all already know, what it's like to be Mary Kate and Ashley, what it's like to be Tia and Tamara. It's like, as a twin, you're born into this world with a +1. And so you never really get the spotlight on you because it's always the spotlight on two. So not only did they have to fight as individuals in that form, then they got into a girl group with their sisters, right? So you have the dynamic between 4 different women. Well, at the time, 4 different teenage girls in a group. That's one way you're fighting for your individuality. Then on top of that, an extra layer is that you're not only in a girl group, but you're in a girl group with your sisters. So adding that on top of it, it's like, okay, still fighting for individuality. Then you get your limited success. Then you start going through shit. You have your daddy issues, because he done fucked up the money. Now you start having problems with authority, especially being that authority is the ones that see you as a duo and not an individuality. Like it's all fucking connected, which is why these girls inside this house, and I'm using the word girls specifically for a fucking reason. These little girls are acting like little fucking girls, little fucking children inside of this fucking house because they suffer from identity issues because all their life they had to fucking fight, which is why we are now, 8, 9 episodes in, and every last fucking episode has ended with them being pissed off and arguing with somebody. Has it not? Tell me I'm fucking lying. Go back and look at every single episode that has happened up until this point, and every last motherfucking episode, they have been pissed off and arguing with someone in the center of some sort of conflict. Miss me with the bullshit of editing. Miss me with it's the producer's one. Miss me with all of that. Because that's what people love to say. And that's why the twins are now trying to do damage control on Instagram, much like Monique on Real Housewives of Potomac. Like, miss me with that bullshit. Editing can't force, you cursing somebody out onto the screen. That's not how it works. Editing can only happen with the image that you give them, with the material that you give them. Hell, I'm a fucking YouTuber. I can't just edit in some shit that was not there. And when I try to, or when these TV shows try to, it's very noticeable. Y'all ever watch a TV show and then you'll hear like the character on screen say something, but it's not on them, but the audio is noticeably different? I forgot the name of the technical term of that, but that's when, they go back, like the producers have them go to the studio to say something else rather than what they were saying on camera, because maybe what they're saying on camera has nothing to do with the storyline, but they still want to introduce a storyline of a party or something like that. So, like, just pay attention. You'll notice when different shit happens. Now, with shit like that, yeah, then if arguments was happening like that, then I could say, okay, yeah, that's producer stepping in. But when you're literally fucking on screen, cursing a man out, a grown-ass man, up in this motherfucker face like you 7 feet tall too, up in this motherfucker's face, cursing him the fuck out because you suffer from identity issues, that is a fucking problem. That is a fucking problem. And that's why these twins is in this fucking house causing hell, raising hell, throwing their weight around, and bullying the rest of these other women. That is exactly why. Because they've never gotten their way. They've never been able to be seen as individuals. And so they're looking at this show like, this is our time. We're no longer a part of Cherish. We're here to do our own thing. You're going to know who I am. And that's why every single time they get into an argument, it's like, you need to respect who I am. You need to respect what it is that I've been through and put some respect on my name. Bitch, don't nobody, first of all, we didn't even know your name before this damn episode. Okay? Let's start there. We didn't even know your name before this motherfucking show. Okay? Boo Boo the Ghost, Casper the Ghost. Okay? As far as we're concerned, your name is still Cherish or Cherish Twins. Okay? So you're saying put some respect on your name. Which one? Which one? Let's start there. I'm telling y'all, it all stems from a psychological fucking place. And this is why I'm so glad that I took the time that I did off of the entertainment world to go into the spirituality world, to come, more aligned and divine and all of that, because it really truly makes me look at people differently. And so when I'm watching this reality TV bullshit, well, not bullshit, because thank you, Carlos, right? But when I'm watching this fucking reality TV show bullshit, it's like I'm able to have discernment and look a little bit deeper than the average fucking viewer and see, okay, no, there's really some internal shit going on. And I don't know what's going to happen with the Cherish Twins and their career after this, but baby, just from watching this show, I'm sorry, I would not want to work with them because I would have to slap the shit out of them. They act like fucking teenage girls. You would have thought that Cherish just came out yesterday. Like, the way that they carrying around acting, and that's exactly why a couple of episodes ago they were so excited about one of the twins making millions of dollars, because it's like, baby, that's about to be your first and your last, the way that you acting and showing your ass. But let's go ahead and get the fuck into this episode. This is gonna be real ranty, real ravey. I mean, listen, at this point, what the fuck else do y'all expect from me, right? And that's what this episode gave, so we just gonna give it what it gave. So at some point, the episode starts off, Misha is singing in the studio. Listen, Misha is not the best fucking singer, but when she was singing in the studio, this to me was the best that I've ever heard her sound thus far. And I don't understand why everybody in this house keeps making it so fucking complicated. See, when there was non-people here, actually, and let me speak on that since I've missed so many episodes. The way that they did Aubrey and the way that I see that y'all doing Aubrey online, I'm gonna need y'all to deal with y'all racism issues. I'm gonna need y'all to deal with some of y'all got superiority issues. Some of y'all need to deal with y'all trauma. Like, relax, because it gets on my nerves when I see people that just hate people because they're white. That annoys me. Okay, it's one thing for us to, like, if there's a Karen or something like that, then yes, of course, stand up to a motherfucker. Okay, if there's racism going on, okay, yes, deal with the shit. But there's some of y'all out there. And we're going to call this shit out because where we're starting there, that's where we're starting there. There's some of y'all out here that are a part of the culture and y'all think it's cool to consistently just clown on other people that are non-black for no reason. Or clown on white people because of what other white people do. And it's not fair. It's not fair because I always look at things from a humanitarian aspect, right? That's like somebody saying, okay, I'm going to constantly fuck with a black person. I'm going to constantly make fun of a black person. I'm going to constantly call a black person Bonquisha because, there are Bonquishas out there. Or there is a nigga out there that fucking, robbed my gas station. Like, we got to get away from the stereotypes and shit like that. We have to. Because some of the comments that I've been seeing surrounding Aubrey, O'Day, okay, and listen, I know my name is Aubrey too. Come on, of course I'm gonna protect her. Okay, I'm gonna ride like the twins. Okay, just like how the twins ride for each other, I'm gonna ride for my twin with the same name. Fuck you talking about? Okay, but no, real shit. The way that I'm seeing Aubrey being treated in the house, and the way that I'm seeing Aubrey being treated on social media, I don't like. I do not like, because what we're not gonna sit here and do is act like Aubrey was in the most fucking talented bitch up in this house. That's what we're what we're not gonna do is sit here and act like Aubrey was not the most fucking talented person up in the house. That's what we're not gonna do. Like, I know we got Nivea, meet me in the McDonald's parking lot. Yeah, I know we got her. I know we got Shamari and whatever song she sung. I know we got Pam and Can't You Think Me, which is an iconic song, by the way. I get all that. But what we're not going to do is act like we don't have Aubrey O'Day formerly from Danity Kane, 3 reincarnations of Danity Kane, so she knows what it looks like to be in multiple groups but still uphold the integrity of the original fucking group. So her presenting the idea of taking the whack-ass name of Blueprint, okay, but her idea of taking Blueprint and splitting it up into multiple groups but still maintaining one group, like, and everybody tried to act like they didn't know what she was talking about when she said that. Baby, she's been in 3 different versions of Danity Kane. It was Danity Kane with the 5 of them. Danity Kane with the 3 of them. Then it was Dumb Blonde with her and Shannon. But all 3 of those groups still had a piece of Danity Kane. So her coming to the show wasn't trying to be divisive. She knew what she was talking about when she was saying, hey, let's do a super group, but have individual groups. And everybody tried to act like, oh, you're splitting apart and da-da-da-da. Okay. All I'm saying is listen, we're not going to sit here and act like RBO Day was not a part of making a band and she didn't have Diddy training. Some of y'all need to go back and remember making a band and how hard Diddy trained motherfuckers. Diddy training was just as bad as Disney Channel's training. Okay, which brings me to Keely. Okay, another white woman. Okay, shout out to Erica De Niro. Another motherfucking white woman. Keely. Well, listen, everything that y'all think about Kelly, y'all have the right to think about Kelly because I think that about Kelly. Kelly is a hot piece of motherfucking work. Kelly is a production puppet. Okay? That's production pussy right there, right? I feel like she was intentionally brought up here to start hell. And the reason why I know that is because she's the reason why this show even got greenlit. That clip that was floating around during quarantine was of her and Farrah. Nobody else. She is the reason why Encore got picked up. So that is the reason why she's coming into this. Because I've seen other people question and like everybody's like, who told Kelly that she's in charge and da-da-da-da. Either production did or production said, here, go in, since you helped us even get this show greenlit, just go in and do whatever. You are the one that has the most power and can really do whatever inside of this house. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. That is the only thing that makes sense to me. The only thing that makes sense to me is because she got the show greenlit. That is why they're allowing her to have such privileges on this show, or at least be delusional enough to think that she doesn't have to do anything. And then last minute, because contractually she has to do. Which brings me into another fucking point, because Carlos, was the point to sell a supergroup but knowing it ain't gonna work out because it's an experiment, and really, half of these bitches gonna be going and it's gonna get down to 4 people anyways? Like, was that always the plan? Because I want to know what the fucking contracts look like. Because how are they able to just leave? If I brought your ass here and paid your ass here for a reality show, and it ain't like this is Bad Girls Club, even though they keep trying to act like it in some of these episodes, even though this ain't Bad Girls Club, because there's not a replacement coming in. It ain't like Nivea going and, oh, okay, Rashida comes in. Like, oh, Chad, that would be a swap out. I would like to see it. Okay, Mona, make it happen. Carlos, make it happen. I would like to see it. Okay, but it ain't like Nivea leaving and Rashida coming in. Like, so what the fuck did the contract say? Because don't sell us a show where these hoes supposed to be here for 30 days and you got bitches walking out on the 10th and 11th. Like, because no, if I was promised a supergroup experiment of non-motherfucking women, that's what the fuck I want to see. Not 8 women, because 1 wants to be creative director and then 2 want to go leave. So now it's really 6. But then Mia and her fucking sister want to leave the next episode. So now it's really 5. What is going on? But let's go ahead and get into this. So we start off the episode. The twins is yelling at Cosign over no fucking reason. I saw a lot of people defending the twins last week. Oh, sweetie, miss me with all that fucking bullshit, because ain't nobody saying nothing about Keely. Notice how she keeps saying babe, 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 babe. Ain't nobody saying nothing about Keely. And so, listen, and so fucking what if it's condescending and he's speaking in that type of term? Because if he raised his voice and y'all be like, oh, he a bitch nigga, that nigga a punk, he a sissy. Like, men only have but so much motherfucking power. Like, and y'all bitches, because let's start there. Because ladies don't do this. It's only the bitches that get up in a nigga face and try to fight them and all of that. And then the second that he does anything or says anything that, then it's, ooh, protect black women. Ooh, you in a women's business. Y'all know what y'all be doing when y'all do it. And I'm sick of it, because the twins started off this episode doing it. Talking about something, if a nigga was in here and you would have stopped this track, they would have bust you in your mouth. Bitch, who the fuck is you talking to? Who the fuck is you talking to? I'm from motherfucking New York. Who the fuck is this bitch talking to? This bitch better get out of my face if I take her and her sister and make one. Y'all want y'all individuality? Here you go. Y'all better get out my face if I make y'all one person. Because who was they talking to? Would they talk to any other bitch in that house like that? Because they know that Cosign is a gentleman and he's not going to smack them. And that's why, if he was talking in a condescending tone, that's why. My problem with this show is that everybody keeps forgetting what happened in the prior episode. Like, it's like something that happened the episode before, then the next episode will come on. We'll be missing a whole fucking scene. Like, when did the whole house suddenly start getting mad at Aubrey? When did, Lamisha and her sister have a falling out of an argument? Like, and then people just go along with the fucking story and bad editing. Good show, Carlos, but bad ass editing. So we really gonna sit here and act like everybody was in against the twins last week? And then now we want to get upset because Cosign talked to the twins. Okay. But my problem with this situation is, again, it's the way that they came after this fucking man. And then Keely going to say, I will always have Felicia's back. I don't care what she did. This is a house of women supporting women. No, bitch, this is a house of women enabling women. And that's the problem with y'all hoes. Let's start there. Let's start there. That is exactly why I'm doing this podcast called Let's Start There. Because it's about awareness and accountability. And one thing that I can't stand is bitches like Keely that move like this and say shit like this. Oh, I'm always going to have a woman's back. I don't care what they do because I'm about supporting women. Supporting women is not supporting they bullshit. Supporting anybody is not supporting anybody's bullshit. Okay? Enabling is not fucking support. And I need people to realize that. That's truly where we need to fucking start. So Pam then goes off on Keely, as she fucking should. Enough is fucking enough. Enough is enough. Again, I'm with Erica De Niro. Keely is definitely a fucking white woman. If there was anybody we was going to call a Karen out of this whole show, it was not Aubrey. Aubrey was not trying to be divisive. But Keely, yes. She hides people off in the corner. She's messy. Keely gives me ratchet ass, bitter ass baby mama. I fucked a nigga because I was in love with him. I purposely ain't used protection because I wanted to have his baby. He told me he ain't want that baby. I had it anyway, thinking that was going to bring him back, and it didn't. And so now I'm about to ruin his life out of spite. And any woman that I see in my life that look like they happy with a nigga, I'ma now say or do some shit that to turn them otherwise. That is what Keely gives me. She's manipulative. She is a snake. And she's just sneaky and slimy, and I don't like it. I don't. And it's such a fucking shame, too, because, again, I feel like production really set her up and hyped her head up, because I don't think people realize we would not have this show if it were not for Keely. That is the only clip we saw going around on Twitter. And it's because Keely was saying all the right things that we wanted her to say to Farrah. That is what made the show go viral. And that is what got the show ultimately sold. So I do not like the fact that there's no specific contracts in place and that these bitches are able to get, let me not say bitches, because not all of them is bitches. But I don't like the fact that these girls are able to get up here and just, do whatever the fuck they want to do. Like, bitches, we getting a music project at the end of this or not? Because like I already asked Carlos, I said, listen, we want multiple fucking seasons. We want albums. We want a finished project. This is not about to be Hollywood exes. This is not about to be Hollywood divas, okay? This is not the White Sisters project. I want a fucking compilation album after this. And that's what the fuck they sold us on. And notice how a couple of fucking episodes in, notice how that album became a fucking EP. An EP is not an album. An album is an LP. So I just want people to notice all the bullshit that's going on, even though this is a great show. But Keely stay pulling people to the side, and it's a shame because all that Disney training is truly going in the waste. Okay, because again, Keely and Aubrey were the most qualified to be here. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care how people try to say Aubrey is pop, Keely is pop. I don't give a fuck. They were the most qualified to be here because they had the most training and they sold the most records and they were in the most groups. Because Keely was also in two different groups. She was in the Cheetah Girls, which was the Child, God said you talking too much. Listen. Kelly was in the Cheer Girls, which was, the group within a movie. And then she was in TCG, which was essentially the Cheetah Girls as well. But that was the real life version of the group. The movie version of the group and the real life version of the group was two different groups, because one group had 4 members, the other group had 3. 2 different groups, okay? So, again, her, Kelly and Aubrey, they both had the most training, the most success, the most albums sold. And, they were the most qualified. Like, that Diddy and Disney training is no fucking joke. It's no joke. But of course, y'all wouldn't remember that shit because gone are the days of artist development. But whereas, they weren't like Cherish or Pam and Lamisha where, it's just sisters that came together and got lucky. No, these are motherfuckers that had to audition and got hand chosen out of millions of other people. And then even at that point, they got thrown into something manufactured and were forced to make it work. Sounds a lot like this show, right? Exactly. But y'all bitches ain't thinking. That's why I had to come back. Okay? That's why I'm doing reviews now, because y'all hoes ain't thinking. But moving it along, the girls are outside scrambling to figure out what to do now that Aubrey is gone. Misha wants more singing parts. Listen, I agree that Pam and Misha, their voices are yin yang yang around the house. I get that. But we can still make it work. We can still make it work. Okay, and if nothing else, put them on some harmonies. Put them on a bridge. Okay? And again, what the fuck does Kelly do? Okay, because her with this new alliance with the twins, I can't deal with it. It's been 7 episodes of this shit, and all 3 of them are unbearable. Okay, but Misha sees Felicia sitting with a fucking attitude in the kitchen, and she tries to speak to her, but of course the little bitch is so fucking problematic, so she causing even more trouble. And it's like, girl, you just looking for a problem. Like, how do you wake up every fucking day, at least from what we've seen, just mad? She needs some dick or some milk, both of them. My God. Or maybe they need some pussy. Maybe they mad because they in the closet and can't come out. Okay, we did say they got individuality and identity issues, right? Yeah, maybe that's a part of it. Child. I feel bad for Irish and Misha though, because they do deserve to have some sort of, parts on the song. It's not that damn complicated. Like, just find something that fits their voice and build around it. Like I've been saying from the beginning, if there's 9 women, then have 3 songs with all of them on it together, and then have 3 songs with the old school, and then 3 songs with the new school. Boom. Either do that, or if it's 9 women, let each fucking woman have their own song that is, and build it around them. And build it around them with the other voices. That's simple. It's not that fucking hard, y'all. I come from a choir background. I know what it's like being on stage with 50 other motherfuckers. So I don't understand why everybody really thought that it would be that hard to have 9 people singing in a group. Like, y'all been, listen, moving it along. Cosign decides to send them flowers. And of course, the twins is about to get excited or whatever until they see that he addressed not just them, but everybody. And of course, they, as well as Kelly, are pissed about it, And again, they're really giving ratchet ass bird brain, mad at the world, baby mama tease, and I don't like it. Misha and Pam are both adult enough to see that he's at least trying, And don't get me wrong, if I felt disrespected, if I felt somebody disrespected me truly, like honestly and truly, I'd want a personal apology too. But see, that's the thing. Nobody disrespected them. If anything, they disrespected him, called him out his name, got in his face, threatened his manhood. He ain't do shit to them. And so the rest of the girls, they go into the room and they're trying to appreciate the gift bag, but the twins ain't stunting them. And so they just keep playing music. And so my problem with these women is that nobody is a fucking leader in this house. Like everybody's a fucking follower and nobody's standing up to these bitches, which is crazy because, and we're going to get to it, how Nivea went off, but if I'm smacking anybody, the first people I'm going to smack is everybody but the twins, okay? Because nobody is standing up to these little bitches. And it's annoying. It really is annoying to watch. And it's like, we have no alpha personalities in here that's like, okay, all right, let's get this shit together. All right, Cut it out. Cut it out. What we doing? Like, nobody's a leader. Nobody, like, everybody wants to be the Beyonce, but nobody is Beyonce in this house. And that is what's killing me. It's like we got all the backup singers. We don't have the lead ones. We don't have the face of the group. Telling y'all gonna see how losing Aubrey and Nivea was a fucking mistake. But Misha, as queen, she decides that the girl should do a trash, like a trash and bonfire kickback, you know, where they take old shit, burn it. And this is how you know Kelly is a fucking production puppet. Because where the fuck this bitch get KFC from? Where the fuck this bitch get a 24-piece child? What I would give to have that right now. Right? Where does bitch show up? Where she get a 24-piece KFC bucket from? I said, I know you not, bitch. I know you not about to throw a whole bucket of some fresh chicken in that damn fire. How about you throw yourself in instead and hand me the chicken, okay? Like, I know we not doing this in the middle of a fucking chicken shortage. I know we not. I know we not, Kill. I know we not. And then what gags me is that she tries to have this whole emotional moment in her confessional, but it comes off so fucking forced. It's like, Kelly, there's not an authentic bone in your body. Everything about you is manipulated. Everything about you is for a storyline. It's for a check. It's to keep the drama going. You know, everything that you said about Aubrey in the first episode, that is all you right now, Kelly. And then the rest of the girls, you got the twins. They throw away a letter. And, oh, of course, surprising. Fallon has issues against her daddy. Abandonment issues and issues with authority. Yep, like I said. Pam wants to throw away being a liar. Let's talk about it. Because you're still lying about your sexuality. I mean, we can start there. We can always start there, Pam. We can always start there. Okay? But I guess she's alluding to, you know, Santoya Brown or whatever the fuck that girl name was, and her ex-husband and how she lied about him raping her. And yeah, Pam, how about, yeah, okay, right after Kelly's done, you go ahead and throw your ass in the fire as well, too. Okay? Because I forgot that you was doing some shit like that. Okay? Listen. Everybody on this shit throwing away some dumb shit. Okay, this really could have been a moment for all of them to bond. And I think that was the intention that Misha had. But that is not quite what we got. But finally, we get some real emotion. And of course, it's from Queen Nivea. She was feeling so damn emotional. And I said, girl, don't you go jumping in the fire. Like, hurry up and sit your... Child, hurry up and sit your ass back down, okay? Because Nivea is sitting there outside crying, and Pam and Irish, they come over to her, and she trying to tell them, like, get the fuck away from me. Like, well, she ain't saying it like that, but she, you know, she's trying to let them know. They like, what you doing out here? Getting alone time, okay? Enjoying the peace, okay? AKA, back the fuck up. Like, I'm tired of y'all bitches. Move. Get away from me, right? Like, Pam, you should be used to that. That is your mantra now, okay? Get away from me. Like, so the girls are in the studio practicing choreography, and from what I hear of the songs, they sound amazing. You know, whatever song it is that they're working on, it sounds good. It sounds like a damn bop. And I hate that they hide in so much of the music from us, because for one, it's hard to know, like, really the timeline of shit. That's why the editing is all over the fucking place as well. But I also feel like, too, the producers know that the shit that they worked on, it sounds amazing. Like, you know, of course, make it seem like it doesn't, just for the shits and giggles of the show, but we all know that the music is gonna be amazing. It's gonna be good. You don't ever do a show like this and not get good music, right? And so Kelly is downstairs talking hella fucking cash money shit about Irish and Misha, right? And so Irish and Nivea and Misha, they're upstairs listening, but then they come downstairs to confront them, right? Now, I love somebody. I don't know who the fuck this is. Oh, Shamari. Child, my notes done changed it to C-Mark. Well, at this point, I love C-Mark, okay, aka Shamari. I love Shamari, but I'm starting to get annoyed. I'm starting to get tired of her ass. Let me tell you why. Because why is Shamari always around the bullshit but never speaking up on the bullshit? Like, there's nobody noticing that. It's like the twins and Kelly keep bullying these women, and everybody is allowing it. And the twins it's not even like the twins is wrong in their message. It's the way that they deliver the message. Like, yes, the cameras will zoom to whoever is fucking shit up, because this is a Carlos King production, and that's just the type of mess that we're looking for when they're on stage performing. But they have to figure it out like how to get their message across better. And it's exactly why everybody ain't meant to be a leader, right? And a lot of people don't make it that far in life. This is why. Because it takes more than just a cute face and thick waist and a little talent, right? You get much farther in life being liked and well respected than you do for your talent. Because that nasty ass attitude is going to stink up the room before you even have a chance to enter. I mean, like, really, let's start there. Let's talk about it. People don't understand. You have to be liked. That's why even when I go out, I'm very, like, and y'all have heard me say it time and time again, even my story times, about I'm very cautious about who I hang with, because I pay attention to the way that people treat people. I don't like people who just talk to people a certain type of way. I look at the way that you talk to customer service. I look at the way that you talk to, like, if we out at a bar, at a club, I watch the way that you talk to bartenders, that you talk to a DJ, that you talk to a security guard, because no, you get much further in life being nice and being liked than you do for your fucking talent. And I know that for a fact, because that is one of my specialties when it comes to me in nightlife. I make it my business to thank all of the little people and to become, if not friends with, become friendly with all of the quote unquote little people, because you never know when the fucking line at that club is going to be packed one day. And then that security guard, because of y'all rapport built, because of y'all relationship, is like, come on, bitch, come through. Or, you know, when, you know, it's last call, or like they stop serving drinks at the fucking bar, but because of your relationship with that bartender, they like, all right, you about to get me fired, but here you go. Here. As a matter of fact, you ain't even got to pay for it. You know, because of your relationship, it's like, here, take it. Just, it's on the house. You get much further in life being liked. So Nivea finally gets involved, right? And finally says something, and she's about ready to punch a bitch in their face, and I'm here with it. I am here with it. It's like Nisha is literally holding Misha back and trying to get these bitches to understand how problematic they are. Killy is looking at the camera like, see? And it's like, no, bitch, see what? We see that you done started all this motherfucking mess. Killy, be lucky we not in the fucking house, and we not about to pounce on your ass. And the twins really done pissed Nivea off. Talking about some, oh, Nivea, I wish you support us, like how you fighting for these other things, fighting for them. I really don't like Kelly. And I really don't like the twins. They really coming off as mean girls. Nivea goes upstairs. She packs her shit. And then the twins, they try to come console her. And then she goes the fuck off on them, y'all. She comes down and has Kelly in the corner yelling at her. Nivea about ready to smack every bitch in there. And I'm with her. Let's start with Shamari, okay? And we see Nivea packing her bags and into the truck and leaving. And it's like, they really done ran Aubrey and Nivea off. And then with the way Misha runs up on the twins ready to fight them in the next episode promo, child, I think Misha and Irish is leaving too. Especially when they look at Keely and say, yeah, we need a fifth group member. And it's like, bitch, when it go down from 8 to 5. Them twins are really something else, y'all. It's like, when did this turn from making a band to the Bad Girls Club? That is what I want to know. So, listen. I love each and every one of y'all. I don't know if I'm about to do a Potomac review. Child. I mean, I might. If I have time tonight, because I got other shit to do, I might do one. Or I might just save it for tomorrow, since the new episode is coming tomorrow. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this. And I actually prefer not being on camera. It feels much more podcasty. Like, I like this better. I like this setup better, you know, because I can naturally read through my notes a little bit better. But we're going to see. I hope y'all enjoyed this. My bad. I missed out on last episodes. Listen, life has been crazy, but I had to make sure I came back now and said something because, yeah, I don't like all the comments I'm seeing about Aubrey, which it's honestly mostly based off her skin tone, and we're gonna talk about that in the Let's Start There podcast. Like, don't get me wrong, drag a motherfucker when they trying to, you know, crucify black people and, you know, make us feel like animals and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm with you when you're right. But we do have to really start having conversations about how some of us just go around just clearly hating people because of the skin color of their skin. And then we blame it on slavery or blame it on what it is that we've been through. And I don't like that. I don't like that because some of the comments that I've seen, again, y'all may not have seen it. So, you know, understand this is coming from my experience, but from what I've seen and heard, with what people had said against Aubrey, especially her being the only white woman in a group full of black people. I didn't like, and it just goes to show how people think now compared to making the Band-Aids. It's like, yeah, like trauma and shit happens, but those of y'all that walk around with your trauma on your sleeve, that shit ain't fucking cute. It ain't fucking cute. Like, we can get to the politics and get to the nitty gritty and the real shit that goes on when it's time. But those of y'all that try to bring it up in every fucking situation, like, that annoys me. So, listen, let's start their podcast where I talk about social commentary shit and story times and all of that. That's coming soon. Expect more reviews soon. I love y'all. I will see y'all in the next one. Bye. Tell me what you